It had started out like any normal Friday night. I had just gotten home from work, worn out and ready to relax, when Emily called me into the living room. She had this look on her face I couldn't quite figure out, part excitement, part mischief. "Sit down," she said, pointing to the couch. I did, curious but a little uneasy. "We need to talk about some new rules." I raised an eyebrow, keeping my voice steady. "New rules for me?" She nodded with a small smile. "Yes, from now on, a few things need to change. It's about balance and expectations. You'll understand." Before I could even respond, her friends, who were over for what I thought was just a casual hangout, giggled from the dining area. It wasn't the laughter itself that irritated me. It was the fact that they were already reacting, already choosing sides, without having a clue what the rules even were. Emily cleared her throat. "Rule 1, no more leaving your laundry around the house. Rule 2, when I'm talking to you, I expect you to actually listen. No distractions. Rule 3, we're going to have set times for chores, dates, and personal projects, all organized on a shared calendar." I blinked, trying to wrap my head around this sudden shift in tone. Her friends laughed again, one whispering something I couldn't make out. The pressure in the room tightened like judgment humming around me. I took a slow breath. "Emily," I said, calm but firm, "I respect structure, and I respect compromise. But I don't respect being ordered around, especially in front of guests. If we're making rules, they need to be mutual. Not just yours." Her smile faded, surprise flickering in her eyes. I kept going. "If you want me fully involved in our home, it can't come from a list of rules you're handing down. It has to come from partnership, understanding, and respect. Without that, no schedule is ever going to work." The room went completely still. Her friend's laughter died instantly, replaced with uncomfortable glances. Emily looked conflicted, clearly wrestling with her reaction. I stood up slowly, setting my cup down. "I'm willing to talk, to compromise, to plan together. But this," I gestured to the imaginary list, "this isn't how partnership works. Not for me." Emily swallowed, cheeks flushing. You really mean that?" "I do," I said, letting the words settle. "We either work together or we don't work at all. But I won't be treated like a subordinate in my own home." The mood shifted sharply. Her friends looked uneasy now, their earlier amusement replaced with something closer to respect, or at least awareness. Emily crossed her arms. "I thought you'd laugh," she said tightly. "I didn't think you'd take it so seriously." I shook my head. "It's not a joke, Emily. Marriage isn't about one person making rules while the other obeys. I have responsibilities, needs, and boundaries too. Ignoring those isn't funny, it's disrespectful." Her friends murmured again, one whispering, "Wow, he's standing up for himself." The comment didn't bother me. If anything, it reminded me why speaking up mattered. Emily shifted uncomfortably. "Okay? Maybe I went too far," she said, her tone softer. "I just wanted more structure. I didn't mean for it to feel like an attack." I nodded. "I get that. And I want to work with you. But working together means we make decisions together. It's not about authority. It's about respect, communication, and compromise. That's what partnership is." Her expression softened. "I didn't think of it that way," she whispered. I gave her a small, reassuring smile, not gloating, just letting her know we were still okay. "It's all right," I told her gently. "We'll figure it out together. But I need you to understand something. I can't be undermined like that. Not in front of friends, not at home, not ever." The rest of the evening felt different after that. The laughter returned eventually, but it wasn't directed at me or wrapped in the tension of imposed rules. It felt genuine again, shared, lighter, real. Emily and I talked through things calmly, discussing chores, schedules, and our commitments with a sense of equality that hadn't been there earlier. By the time her friends left, the air felt cleared. The heaviness hanging over everything had faded. I realized then that setting boundaries isn't about starting a fight. It's about respect, clarity, and making sure both people feel valued in the relationship. The next morning, I woke up with a calmness I hadn't felt in weeks. The night before had been a turning point, not about winning an argument, but about deciding where I stood and how far I was willing to let disrespect go. Emily was in the kitchen making coffee, and for the first time in a long time, it felt like we were moving around each other with purpose instead of tension. "Good morning," she said, her voice softer, almost unsure. I smiled back and responded in kind. I poured myself a cup and sat down, just watching her for a moment. There was no pretending now, no strain. We'd faced the issue directly, and it had cleared the air more than either of us expected later. We sat together with the shared calendar open, going over chores, date nights, and work plans. The conversation felt completely different. No hint of one-sided decision-making. We questioned things, discussed them, and agreed on them together. It felt like we'd stepped back into being a team again. By the evening, I could feel the ripple effect of the night before. Even Emily's friends treated me differently, with a kind of subtle acknowledgement. Their jokes were easier, their smiles more genuine, free of any quiet judgment. That night, when Emily and I finally relaxed on the couch, she reached over and touched my arm gently. "Thank you for last night," she said. "I get it now. I understand how it felt." I nodded. "It's not about punishment," I told her. "It's about partnership. About remembering that we're equals and that every choice we make affects both of us. That's what respect looks like." She smiled, a warm, natural smile, and I realized that the confrontation hadn't been a setback at all. It had been necessary. It brought our expectations back into alignment and reminded us what respect in a relationship actually looks like. Later that night, as I got ready for bed, I thought about everything. Standing up for yourself isn't arrogance. Setting boundaries isn't starting a fight. It's how you build something that lasts. It's how both people stay seen, valued, and respected. And as I lay down, I felt a quiet satisfaction, knowing that choosing to speak up didn't just protect my dignity, it strengthened us. It brought us back into balance and set the foundation for a healthier partnership moving forward.